Welcome to the Sisters Uncensored podcast, where we get into everything from childhood trauma to millennial adulting and all things in between. We share crazy stories from the past and present to help us cope with the insanity that is our lives. By sharing our perspectives, we hope to bring some relatability, laughter, and unsolicited advice that can help you survive the messiness of life along with us.
My name's Jessica Labita. I'm a millennial mom, wife, and marketing professional, and I am absolutely insane.
My name is Ashley Leneve. I am a millennial stay-at-home mom, avid golfer, and too mouthy for my own good.
We are real sisters, and this is Sisters Uncensored. Take this trip with us. Hey guys, welcome to Sisters Uncensored. We're here with Kayla Giovinazzo, and you might know her from Real Housewives. You might know her from Eat Clean Bro. You might know her from Forbes 30 Under 30. She's a boss bitch, and we're so excited to have you with us.
Commodity, people, just so you know.
Best guess, yeah.
We are very excited to have her here.
It's really exciting.
Goodness, Eric. God, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I mean, I don't want to go too crazy, but I just want to talk. I feel
Thank you for having
I'm so
me.
excited that you're here. Yeah.
This is really fun. I don't do stuff like this often, so
Nice.
there's a lot saved up for you.
Oh, yes.
Listen,
Give us everything. Whatever you need to get out, we're here. We're all ears.
And my husband told me not to get carried away, so
If there's anywhere to get carried away, this is the place.
It's here.
We're pretty inappropriate.
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's true.
I was
We're
listening
ratchet.
to on the way here. Actually, I listened to your episode about the inappropriate movies.
Oh my
Oh my God. Did you know any of them?
Yeah, I
Specifically Drop Dead Fred?
no, I've never seen that.
Jesus. It's a classic.
No, I don't even. I kind of want to now.
Oh my
after
God, watch it.
You explain the plot.
Gets
But,
weird at the end, but it's good.
I didn't have any.
None?
No, and now I feel like why
Left
did I,
out?
like
Wait, where did you grow up?
Jackson, New
Okay.
Jersey.
So that
South
means you
Jersey.
had good parents.
Probably.
I really do. My parents are amazing, but I'm also like, am I sheltered? Like, do I need to? What do I feel like? I need to go watch something.
Wait, you have
wild.
siblings?
I do. I'm the oldest of four.
Oh, man. So there's a lot of chaos going on.
Me too.
Yeah.
How far apart are you guys?
I am. I don't even know. I'm 33. My sister's 31. I have a brother who is going to be 30 in a couple weeks. And then my youngest brother's 28.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
that's
exactly
years
right.
apart at max.
We're 4 kids in 5 years.
Yeah.
So same.
That's
Wow.
really fun though, right?
Yeah,
It
I
is.
mean,
I loved
it
it.
was a little, she was mean when we were little, so it's a little different.
Let's
but
not go down this road again.
she's good now. Shit, it's true.
She tells every guest
like-
that we had that I was
She
so
was.
Mean or the
Fucking
leader of the
brutal.
pack?
A fucking brutal.
There's a difference.
tormentor. I'm not joking. I mean, fucking mean. Really mean. Mom and I were just talking about it the other day. That you were just relentless. But whatever. She's
I'm
great
not
now. No, she
really
turned a
nice.
corner. You did. You turned a corner.
Wow.
Now we're best friends.
I love that.
Are you guys close? Like
Very.
your siblings? Yeah, that's awesome.
Very.
That's cool. Do you
Yeah.
have a favorite?
Oh shit. Do I have a favorite?
I have a favorite.
No, I don't have a favorite.
No?
No, not right
Sorry.
now.
Do your parents have a favorite?
Me? Duh.
Bob's.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Ashley's
No,
our
honestly,
dad's
probably
favorite.
probably the youngest.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
Like the
same.
baby, yeah.
That's our brother is our
Mom's favorite for
Right,
sure.
but at this point, he's a full-grown, self-sufficient man, and you pick a different favorite, lady.
Jess isn't even.
Is he
like?
he's your only brother, the youngest?
I have two younger brothers.
Two
Yeah,
brothers. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, 2 brothers. Okay, so you have a sister.
Yeah.
I do.
All right, you guys close?
Very close.
Oh, that's nice.
Very close. She's really cool.
Oh, that's
She's
nice.
we're almost identical. We look very similar, but she's the cooler version of me.
Nice. That's kind of how I think of Ashley.
Oh, thank you so much, guys.
The prettier, cooler version.
I wouldn't say that, but she's very smart. I give you that. You're very, 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 very smart.
I'd rather have the smart, actually. Sorry.
Yeah, I agree.
Smart.
Believe me, it's a lot of maintenance trying to keep yourself looking decent.
So
It is a lot of maintenance.
you guys all went to school together growing up and stuff? Obviously not your younger brother, but
Yeah,
your
pretty
sister
much.
and you and
Yeah.
all through school. That's awesome. So you're like a pack. That's
We had
how
a
we
pack.
that's how we were deep. It was awesome.
It was excellent.
I think it changes a lot. You're protected. you have this security blanket at all times. And then you have to go out into the real world and like, they're not really, I mean, they're always there, but.
Right. But so I have a daughter and it's my only one. And it makes me feel bad that like she doesn't have like what do you grow up with in your family? Like you said, you have like a pack, you know, like there's somebody paving the way, there's somebody behind, there's just always somebody, you know what I mean? She doesn't have that. I kind of feel bad about it. But you have 2, right?
I have 2.
Yeah, I thought so.
I have 2.
That's good.
Well, I will only have 2.
Yeah,
2 is enough.
So enough.
I always say if it were 1996, like I would have 10 kids.
Yeah.
I don't love kids. I hate everyone else's kids. They're gross. I love my kids. Like I would have 10. Like I love them. But now with all of the additional things that we have to manage.
Yeah.
Social media.
Yep.
Like,
Creeps. Businesses, creeps.
School shootings.
Life.
Like this list of stuff our parents didn't even think about.
Yeah.
No.
I'm like, I cannot take my eyes off it. Like, how would I add more kids into this?
I don't know. Weren't we just talking about something about this where it was like, we were talking, I know what it was. It was like, okay, rewind. My son and Mila, her daughter, were at her daughter's birthday party. And my son, Mila said a bad word. And my son came over and told me he's 12 and she's
How bad?
5.
Scale of 1 to 10.
Ass.
That's like a 2. That's not a,
It's only the second time she's ever said a bad word. Like, it's amazing.
So anyway, like, long story short, on the ride home from the party, Ashley's like talking to her and she's like, hey, you know, I hope you had a great time at your party or whatever. But if you like said a bad word today, and like, I know you did, so you can't like do that. And she was like, I'm sorry, and like apologized for it. And
she admitted it.
That was it. Right.
Okay.
Well, then my mom and Ashley talk, and my mom's like, oh no, like you need to make her apologize, this, that, and the other thing. And like, there was this whole like parenting approach difference between how I handled it and she handled it versus how our mom told her to handle it.
It confused me. It got me all messed up.
It got Mila all messed up.
Yeah.
And like basically the long story short was like, in the grand scheme of life, her saying a bad word is not that big a deal. Like there's so much other stuff to worry about. Like
really.
Let me leave you with this. So my son is 5, Giorgio. He is an angel, gift from God, Swedish child ever, but he has a very severe speech delay.
Okay.
He does talk. He would love to talk to you, but the words are sometimes not right. And he tries, but he doesn't have a lot of words yet. So he's at school and he drops something and he says, fuck. So his teacher writes in his like daily report, Giorgio said, oh, fuck today. Smiley face. And I'm like, all right, great. Good job. Like, dropped something
because you're like,
appropriately, was angry about it. He said, oh, fuck.
Did he use it in the right context?
In my world, that's a gift.
Yeah.
And it gets rewarded. So I guess it really depends on what, I mean, I'm happy for you that your child is remorseful.
Well, I mean, she did. Yeah, she handled it well. Like when I asked her, I didn't even say like, I know you said a bad word. I said, how did you have so much fun? She's like, I did. It was great, Mom, blah, blah, blah. I said, did anybody say any bad words? And she's like,
oh, you're a monster. Ruined her whole time.
I was like, not that bad though. I felt bad. I had to bring it up though, because I can't like let it just go. So I said, did anybody say any bad words? And she was like, no. I'm like, are you sure? And she was like, okay, I did. And I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, she's like, I'm really sorry. And I didn't have to say to her, like, are you sorry? You don't, I just was like, all right, well, we don't say those
But then
words.
like overdone.
Finished.
Yeah.
And then Mom got involved.
And yeah, she's like, well, she needs to apologize to Trey. And I'm like, she does? All right, okay.
Wait, was it asshole or it was just?
It was, I'm going to kick your ass.
No, she said,
I think.
Kick his ass.
Kick his ass. Something like that.
She's my child.
Did she act on it? Like,
no, she was telling one of her friends to kick Trey's ass. That's what it was.
It was so not a big deal.
Not that big of a deal. So yeah. And then I talked to my mom and she's like, she needs to apologize. So now I'm like, man, I really thought this was put to bed. I thought I handled this so well. Like she apologized. Everything's good. And she knows not to talk like that. Like we're good. So now I had it in my head that I need to freaking bring it back up and tell her the next time she sees Trey that she needs to apologize. So I did. And I'm like, she was like, you could tell she was like, I thought we like
dealt with this.
Yeah,
already. like why are you bringing this up?
Almost
again?
like you're going to keep rubbing this in my face.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt. I felt like
Yeah.
it was doing that. And I was like, oh, I wish I never did that. And then I text her. I'm like, did I do the wrong thing? She's like, yes.
Do you have guilt when you don't do what your mother
Not
expects of
necessarily.
you?
Not really, because I do a lot of the opposite of her. I do a lot of the same of her, but I do a lot of the opposite of her just because of the change of times and things like that.
But
And I think
that's,
she was
the-
very strict.
And that's, I think, the biggest point, right? Is like the shit that we deal with as parents now didn't exist then.
Yes.
So that was a much bigger deal to our mother than it is to us.
We
'Cause,
would have
like,
gotten
it's
liquid
not
soap down our
important.
throat.
She would have locked us in our bedroom, pumped soap in our mouth, shut the door and locked it, and you'd be like spitting on the carpet for the next 4 hours
Like
in
a
your room
cat.
alone.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
Exactly.
But it's terrible. And I'm like, don't listen to her anymore. Like, she doesn't know how to parent today because it's not the same.
Yeah.
It really, that still it hurts my gut thinking that. Like,
I know.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mila. I shouldn't have brought it up. Damn it, Mom.
Don't say. Just keep
It
to
is
yourself
what it
now.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm just,
You've just has to sail away into the sunset knowing that you really hurt her.
yeah. I
Okay.
felt, I mean, I just felt bad. And I did. Whatever. It's done. It's done. Whatever. But no, literally, like, I mean, I'm sure you saw in the news that just this week with every kid going back to school, that shooting down in Atlanta. And it's like, never ever would I have thought that I would have to worry about this with my kid when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Or like in school. Like that never happened. You know what I mean? And even just prior to her going into kindergarten this year, the school that I brought her to, the oldest kid in there is what, 5?
Yeah.
So like, you don't have to worry about that kind of thing. And I thought about it when I was like,
It's sad.
leaving.
It's sad that you
I
like
was like,
actually
ugh.
think these thoughts now as a parent. It's
Yeah.
scary.
That
And it's not the children, it's the parents.
it's
100%.
definitely.
Yeah.
Right? Where are we?
Yeah.
Why are we not present?
Definitely.
Why are we
Yeah.
making poor decisions? It's
No, it's nuts. It's been like, especially I think tough this week, right? Because this week has been hard for everybody. Like we just actually were talking about this before you got here. It's like with the kids going back to school, all the germs, everybody's so busy or shifting schedules now from like what they were doing to what they're doing. They're still doing sports and stuff. So the nights are longer, the days are longer. We're all exhausted. Like you
Yeah.
guys haven't been feeling great. You know, now they're exposed to all these new germs because they're back with all the kids. And it's like, this week has just been a lot. And then to hear something like that too, you're like, oh God, it's like, don't we have enough on our plates? as
yeah, here we
parents?
go again.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's shitty.
I don't know. People need, I heard, well, your dad told us about it today that he heard on the news that they charged that kid's father because he didn't have guns
They
locked
should
up.
have.
And that's where he got it from.
So I think further news today is that the father actually purchased the weapon for the child.
Oh, great.
Shut
Even better.
So it's like, where are we as parents?
Yeah, what is
mentally?
going
What
on?
is yeah.
And listen, I'm a proud gun owner. I absolutely am. But I keep it in a safe. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like it's literally locked. That would kill me if my daughter were to access it. You know what I mean? Like
Can't.
you would not. It's impossible. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But I just can't understand like how somebody lets that happen. It's negligent.
It's stupid. Yeah, it is. It is.
It's
All right, well, that
unfortunate.
turned dark.
Yeah,
talk
sorry.
about
Let's
something
get
more
right
fun.
Dinner time. Fresh out the oven, baby. The new Clean Bro family style dinners. My name is Jamie Giovinazzo. I am the president and founder of Clean Bro. I know how stressful the back to school season can be. I have 2 little kids. We're getting ready to send them back to school. At Clean Bro, we have over 70 menu items for you and your family to choose from. We even have vegetarian options. We have something for everyone. We just added this line of family meals for the oven. It's really important. You sit down with your family and eat dinner, ask them how their day was. Let our chefs do the cooking for you. Check us out, eatcleanbro.com. Have a great year at school.
So tell us
Love
what's
to
going on
be
with you.
dark.
I know. I want to hear about you running the New York City Marathon.
Oh my
Ooh,
gosh.
I'm like so excited for you.
I could see you doing something like that.
Yeah.
I would love to be like, oh, let's not talk about it, but it has become my entire personality, so I'm gonna talk
It
about
has.
it.
She was like that.
It has.
Totally.
Wait, so
get
you've
it.
done?
So I did during COVID. I did the Jersey Marathon. I only ran the half, and I did it virtually. It was brutal, and
You're not even close to the same. She sucks. Tell us about yours.
trained my ass off for this. Like it was hard, but I only did the half. I did
Okay.
not do the full. I thought about doing a full after I finished the half, and I was like, nah.
So I don't know if this is a gift or a curse, but I'm running the half in March.
Okay.
So I'm doing the marathon in November and then the New York City half in March.
After.
That's just
I
the
think
way
it's a
it
gift.
happens.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, so either I'm going to crash and burn, and this is like retribution, like I get to redo it and do the half, but I've already done like 6 halves in training, right? Like we've done a bunch.
Yeah.
Or it goes great and it's easy. So it's one or the other.
Is this your first full? Or
This
have
is
you run
the
a full
first time
before?
I'm running in my life.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So my relationship with running is it's not good. Like I don't like running. I'm not a runner.
I'm with you.
It is, and I'll bring this full circle because it doesn't anymore, but it was actually extremely anxiety inducing for me. I would be like panicky, short of breath. I don't like running. So my last traumatic experience with running was when I met Jamie. I was in the process of becoming a state trooper. I wanted to be a police officer. That was my life stream. Wanted to be a cop.
I love that. I know.
Hot lady cop.
Hot lady cop. Yes.
But that's what I want. That's what I wanted to do. So for the physical portion of the exam, which I did pass, thank you, Jesus.
Yes.
You have to run 1.5 miles.
Okay.
Right. Which seems like not a big, it's 1.5 miles.
Yeah.
I think they give you 12 or 13 minutes to do it. Like it's doable.
Yeah.
I had been doing it repeatedly. I was good. I was golden. What I had not done was do it without music.
Oh.
So I show up day of and I'm like listening to myself breathe.
Oh no.
And then they're yelling at you and there's sirens and like they're trying to fuck with your brain and it's windy, you're in a Seagert, so the wind's whipping. I'm like, there's people are yelling. Like it's a lot, right? So I'm like, oh my God, like am I unwell right now or have I always sounded this way?
And I didn't know. While you have the AirPods in?
I had no idea.
It's crazy.
So I finished it, whatever. And I was like, okay, maybe we need to work on this. But then long story short, I ended up backing out of that and marrying my husband.
Right, a little pivot.
Very bizarre pivot. Okay. It's a very long story. I don't want to say I was given an ultimatum, but I kind of was. So I bowed out of that. I married my husband and I hadn't really run since that incident. Okay. So I don't enjoy running. But I realized, okay, this is like for funsies, right? I'm doing it for the Children's Specialized Hospital Foundation.
I love that.
I adore them. Somebody had asked me to join Team Children's and run the marathon, and I have never said yes faster in my life because I love them, right? And I was going to worry about the repercussions. And
then you're like, oh, what did I just sign up for?
Right.
Of course, say yes. So how I feel when I make any plans.
As I started training for this, I was like, okay, I can stop. I don't have to keep going.
Right.
What am I so panicked about?
I know. Yeah, I know.
Like
it is.
What am I worried about right now? And when I had that like come to Jesus, like nobody's yelling at me right now. I don't know if high school softball was haunting me.
Yes.
But like I was like, great, I'm good. Wow. I just stop whenever I want. And I don't because I'm competitive as fuck.
Yes.
But like but also like running is hard.
It's hard.
I hate cardio.
When did you start training?
My good lung, but still.
May.
Okay.
May.
So like 3 months.
This is my first experience running. I'm 3 months deep. I have 8
What's
weeks
your long
to go.
run right now?
16.
Okay.
18 next weekend.
Okay.
Which I'm fine.
Yeah.
And I'm doing it. I'm fine.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, I don't want to minimize like how hard it is.
It's hard.
Not like I'm not bragging, but my whole life, right? Like I'm just good at shit. Right?
Yeah.
Like I can sit at a golf club, hit a baseball, do a cartwheel, like double dog dare me. I'll land on both feet, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Running.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, I get it.
Running is the first thing in my life that I've been like, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like you have to dig deep.
You do. It's a lot of mental, right? It's so mental.
It's so mental.
It's breathing. It's breath work, learning to control how you breathe, right? There's so posture, like technique, how you're relaxing yourself, like things that you don't think about normally, but when you're training, right, you learn all this stuff. And to me, that was one of the things that was the most insightful. I was like, oh, like if I'm not just like running, like, and I'm actually like running
from friends.
Exactly. Right. If I'm not Phoebeing and like I focus on like how to do this properly and learn, you can do it. And then you build and build and build. And it's amazing. And it's so, for me, it was so therapeutic. Like to be able to be in that space and in my head. And then when you accomplish it and like you get to your next goal and your next goal, because the long run's like they would psych me out, and they take time because you're going slow as you're training, right? So I would go where my house is. We have all of like way onto State Park behind us, like 30,000 acres of property, and they have all the paths, and you can run from like Vernon to West Milford, basically back and forth. And that's where I would do my long runs, and they were uphill because I wanted to be outside because I was obviously running the marathon.
That sounds
outside.
scenic.
It was beautiful.
I'm running into Freehold Borough. I don't know.
She has running virtually.
It's really nice.
Yeah. So that's the other element too that's like was really hard about it, is that I had no one there. So like,
Yeah.
it's just me pushing myself.
Mhm.
And like, I think it definitely has an impact on how, whether or not like you can accomplish it, when there's all these people. It's so motivating when it's you like being like, I gotta go and keep going. It makes it a little harder. I think the virtual runs, a lot of my friends who are runners like hate running virtual marathons because they're like,
I've actually never heard of that, and I'm
Me
never
neither.
signing up for that.
It's pretty first time.
It was brutal.
Yeah.
It was the first time I ever, and last time, and I can't.
That's bizarre.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get the urge to want to run, and I don't know why. But it's like I'll wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh, you know what? After I drop Milo off at school, I'm gonna go for a run. And then I'm like, no, I'm not. Or I
feel
haven't
like you're
tried it.
picturing yourself like in a music video or
I don't
something.
know. It's
like you're
weird.
imagining
And
this
I'm
to
like,
be
I can
way
do this.
cooler than
It's not glad.
it's not.
Where I've gotten like 3 blocks and I'm like, nope, not for me. Get me back. Nope, I'm good. Absolutely not.
I feel like
Cardio's not my friend.
good about yourself though. Like once you're like doing it,
Oh, I'm superior.
is it getting better?
Yeah. Yeah.
What time did you
Queen
get
of
up
the
this
world.
morning, huh? Like what?
And I get like,
Did you do the
It
runs in the dark?
consumes
Like you
you.
get up at like 3, 4
Yeah.
o'clock and
Like
yeah.
it literally becomes your identity, like you said, because I had to tell everyone that I was doing it, because if I
She
didn't,
did.
then I would have never fucking
Oh,
done
you
it.
have to.
Like,
yeah, she
I
did.
had
Like,
to.
She was, it was
Sorry,
like,
can't come out. Have to
Yeah.
go 16 miles
Sorry.
tomorrow.
Sorry.
I'm like, I got like at the mall.
I have a long run today. I'm gonna be late.
Yeah.
Like this was my life. And then it ended and I was like, I fucking did it. And then I have not run since. Which is pretty bad.
I know.
No, don't be a
No,
quitter.
I can't. Well, see, that's why
That's why
I
the
have the
half is
half
good.
on deck.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I will. So
It's good.
2 weekends ago, I've been blessed with 2 friends who are also kind of doing similar things in the same time frame.
Okay.
So we've been doing a lot of running together, working out together. But 2 weekends ago, I had to go by myself, and I was like, "Oh, I'll start at 4:30. I want to be done before the kids get up. Whatever. It's pitch black dark. Right?
Yeah.
You wear a little light.
Mm-hmm. You were a
Um,
little light.
And
A
I don't
reflector.
like, I usually don't get scared. Like, I'm not that guy. But I turned on like this crime podcast.
I was gonna ask about this.
Dude, we're 30 minutes. Me and my husband.
It's just-
I'm 30 minutes in, and she's like, and then they found the body. And I'm like sprinting. Like, oh my God. I keep looking, my neck hurts because I keep looking over my shoulder.
I was
I'm
gonna
not gonna
ask
do
you
that
about
again.
that. Like when you're saying the night runs, I thought to myself, even when you were saying that you run through way on different, like I always thought that there was people like chasing me. And
Yeah,
stuff. Like,
like,
you get in your own head.
I would
'cause
be
it's all
worried
there
that
is.
somebody could just like
No.
snatch you.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
They-
you, but
they
like
won't.
I'm 5'9", $150. No one's really throwing me in a
I'm
backpack.
scrappy. All right,
Like,
just so
what?
you know. Don't
I could take most
jump
men.
the gun on me.
No.
Okay, that's gonna become a state trooper. So
My 5-year-old is
No one's
teaching me
putting this in the
karate.
Like, get out of here.
God,
But
handsome Houdinis.
I probably shouldn't think like that, right? I'm not gonna doubt this.
No, yeah, you should.
But,
It's true though. It's scary. Mind over matter.
I just stay away from weird stuff.
My
That's
biggest
what-
fear is getting eaten by a bear. Like where I live, like
There's
there are
bears,
bears
yeah.
everywhere. My daughter this morning, because we were coming here so early, she was like, I can't walk to the bus stop. I'm like, why? She's like, it's still dark out. What if I get eaten by a bear? I'm like, fuck. Like, and I'm like, this is actually a real problem.
That's
Yeah,
real.
it's a real
I have
possibility.
to call someone and make
Yeah.
sure you
So
get a
do
ride.
you guys
to the bus
know?
stop.
Have you ever been to Six Flags?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm from Jackson.
Yep.
Not like that side of town, the other side of town, but it was very much like the sticks, right? Like people called it Jack Tucky, right?
Okay.
Jackabama.
Yeah.
It like
I love
wore
it.
flannels and all had a Jeep.
This
Like,
is
it was
where
great.
I live.
Loved
West
it.
Millie.
But
Yeah.
like the safari at Six Flags, and this is they don't talk about this. They probably pay someone in the media, but like animals get out.
Yeah.
They do.
Oh yeah.
So not only was there the safari at Six Flags, but there was also this woman in town. You could Google it. She was called the Tiger Lady, and she had 10 tigers in an enclosure on her property. And like this was a common occurrence, right? That like an animal would get out. Well, one day, I think I was in middle school, all the tigers got out.
Oh shit.
And like,
How the hell does that happen?
we couldn't get off the bus.
Yeah, they don't
for
let you out.
hours.
Right.
We were on like lockdown because like the town was full of tigers.
Oh my God.
How does that even I don't understand how that happens.
I think they got taken away after that incident. But like
I'd hope so.
tigers.
Was she like a rescue or something like that? She was allowed to have them, or like a sanctuary?
She
of
was
some
like the
sort?
female, what's his name?
Oh,
Like,
yes,
Tiger
guy.
King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah, or whatever. Well, I know what you mean.
yeah.
Carol Bassett.
Yes.
It's her.
I know the
But
real life.
the other white trash version. What was that other guy's name? The guy that she's talking about, the Tiger King.
Tiger King, I think, right?
yeah.
Is that
I don't know
Tiger
his
King?
real name.
No, I don't know. He's in jail.
But like
Yeah.
animals get out of that safari.
Yeah, it happens.
It's wild.
We had a place in our hometown that we grew up. It's called Jungle Habitat, and it was like a similar. It was
a
to
Warner
Six Flags. It was like a
Brothers.
smaller version, but it was owned by Warner Brothers, so like very similar to the Six Flags, and they had the same thing, like all live animals. And like there are rumors to this day that you will still see like random jungle animals in West Milford, New Jersey.
I
don't think it's true.
I mean, the rumors
That's
are
awesome.
that like they basically just abandoned everything.
Yeah, they
there.
let the park go, and then
Oh,
just
guys.
let all
I know.
Guys,
go. That's
come
what
on.
they said.
If you go back there though, like you can still like take quads and stuff back there, and I'm telling you, it is creepy.
Yeah, it is.
It's like got like all the little tents still like set up where you could buy a souvenir and like the cages and everything is it's there.
It's just abandoned.
It's
Oh, they should do a
completely
horror
abandoned.
movie there.
Dad used to work there. He was Bugs Bunny in high school.
Oh my God, wait, my dad was Foghorn Leghorn. Our fathers are so
This
cool.
is so amazing.
They're going to hate me. Yes, for this. They're going to be
We talk
like,
about our dad all the time. He has Foghorn Leghorn. I love
I don't
it.
even know what that
kids
is.
probably don't- like the big,
Cartoon guy.
the big chicken.
The guy, yeah. He talks with the funny like
Was it a chicken?
yeah. I
don't-
think it was.
Can I just
he has like
Google
the
it?
funny doll.
Fictional
Yeah.
character, perhaps.
Foghorn
He
Leghorn.
was like he had like a specific way of like how he would like stutter and like say things. You'll
Oh, I know. Okay.
and he like tried
He
to
was like Southern.
yeah.
Okay, yes. But mom's boyfriend worked there like way back when too, and he actually was like a zookeeper type of person. He
I
was.
think it was like a community like
It was weird.
everyone in town worked there because it was the only thing that was there that brought any excitement.
I feel like zookeeper is like the most unhinged profession.
Abandoned.
Like to be a zookeeper.
Positions.
Like think about that. You just like, yeah, zookeeper.
I wonder if you get to like pick your animals that you get to care for.
I mean,
How do you become a zookeeper?
I wanted to be a dolphin trainer. Like
So
when I was a
that's
kid,
cool.
that was my dream job.
Wow.
I love seeing all these kids' first day of school pictures with the chalkboards,
Yes.
and it's like, what do you want to be when they grow up? And they have the most like obscure like things. Like
Yeah.
Mila's was craft maker. I'm like, what does that mean
Aw,
exactly?
that's
You're your craft
sweet.
maker, man. Mind your business. TM. Craft maker. I don't know.
It sounds like somebody who could get put in a trunk while they're on a run.
Yeah.
She's artistic. That's what it means. I don't know.
If I have to, I wish Mila the best.
Thank
I
you.
do. But if I have to see one more janky mom TikTok about crafting something out of an egg carton with a this and a
Oh,
rubber
yeah,
I
band,
know. I'm
go
not
the
doing that.
fuck to Walmart.
And
I
buy this
cannot
stuff.
watch
I'm
this
with
any
you.
longer.
Wow.
I'm
with
at
you.
the point where, and I don't know why I'm getting served these videos, right? Because I feel like if I'm going to craft, it's elevated. I take pride in crafting.
Yes.
But like, I saw somebody, this recipe comes up the other day, and it includes hot dogs,
Ew.
a canned chili, and this this beautiful Southern woman, right? Like this beautiful chick, like a hot ass wife. Congratulations to whoever she belongs to. But she's like making dinner, and this was not like I went through the comments and went to her page to make sure this was not like a spoof account. But she's making this meal. And it was almost like it was a game show, like only shop this aisle at Walmart.
Yeah,
and
you
this
can
is
only
dinner.
use 7 items.
Right.
First, we're gonna layer the hot dogs on it, and I'm like, first of all, why am I getting this ad? Second of all, who still eats like this?
No.
So that's why I was like, do you know who I am? Like this. She's like, I don't eat this.
Yeah.
Why are you serving me? I
Are
wonder
we
if it's
doing
because
that?
it's food related, like because your feed
Oh,
is probably
maybe.
heavy with like anything food and chef.
Yeah, your
and-
algorithm.
Maybe,
Because
but
I'm pulling
I
recipes.
wish they could be a little bit more like specific for me. Who
Like,
do I write?
I
It's like, I
don't
don't want
know.
to see this weird
Contact
stuff.
Meta and just be like,
Yeah.
a couple things.
Yeah,
No,
right?
thank you. I want,
Yeah.
you know what I want to say, and this is what's going on in my backyard right now. I should probably pay attention to my phlegm. I want to see more homesteading.
Okay.
because I feel like that's who I would like to be.
I literally just said this on another episode.
Did you really?
Yeah, I just said.
I don't remember you
go ahead.
saying this, but that's weird.
So I just told you guys my
Synchronicities.
son, right, has a very severe speech delay accompanied by a very severe ADHD, right? There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
He's a wonderful little boy, but there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
But the more time I spend with him, right, as his mother, I know everything's going to be okay because I look at my husband and I'm like, oh, like that's where this came from.
Yep.
So yesterday morning, and we are blessed to be surrounded by really outstanding go-getter friends, my husband says to me, that hillside over there, that could be a garden. And I'm like, all right, cool. That sounds expensive. Like, what do you mean?
Right.
Yeah. He's like, we're going to remove these boulders and and I'm like, cool. That sounds expensive. Like, what do you mean? So the next thing you know, it's 7 a.m. This morning, it's like, beep, 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 coming up the
Taking it
driveway.
out.
Somebody's already back there with a backhoe. Like, it's a mess, right? And he's out there like, yeah. My son is more and more. He's home from school today. He's 6, so he thinks the show is for him. Like, we paid for someone to come with an excavator. So, like, now there's a garden being. I mean, we didn't even think about. So the backhoe comes at 7. The executive chef, Nicholas Wilkins of Eat Clean Bro, shows up at 10 to start surveying about what we're going to. Jonah, a farming expert from Monmouth County, I don't remember his business, I have to look it up, shows up at 11, right? So now there's people coming to participate.
What are we growing in your plantation?
It's all still unclear. But the backhoe is
Because it's
going.
like fall, so like a squash, pumpkin.
I don't even think you can plant that stuff now. Like, I think that's
Why not?
all fruiting right now. Like, it had to be planted
Oh.
in the spring to be fruit in the fall. I think.
I don't know.
I'm not a horticulturist
Wherever on the
or whatever
spectrum
the
these two
word is.
sit,
Ooh, you know
it's in
what?
the same place, and they're looking at this hillside, and they're seeing the same thing. So I'll let you know.
Oh, I'm going to give you some Rainer cherry seeds that we've had prepping for the last 2 months because we wanted to plant a Rainer cherry tree.
What does that mean? I don't see. Like, I'm ill prepared to take on this
everything.
project
I
that's
can't
now
even
been
Listen,
think about
thrust
this.
upon me.
they're the most delicious cherries, and Mila and I love them. So, like, I was like, they're very seasonal. So I'm like, maybe we could like plant our own cherry tree, and this way we'll have like tons of them. It'll be great when it's time. So I looked into it, YouTube, and basically took the seeds out, cleaned them, whatever, did what I had to do. And you have to like leave them in your fridge for like 12 weeks before you can take them out and plant them. So I literally have them like, I don't know, fermenting, I guess, in my
I have
fridge.
no time for this.
But-
God bless you.
No, my thought process is, this is what I was saying.
This
though.
life chose me. I didn't choose this. I didn't choose this.
I wish my husband had like the energy that you're describing of Jamie, like in his pinky, because
I'm sorry.
like,
No,
transfer
hold on.
because
We
he
do
takes the initiative.
football.
That's it.
He takes the
And work.
initiative. I like that.
The man has not touched his shovel. He's only touched his phone, right? Like, let's think about that. He
Truth.
called. He's like, who am I going to call?
He's getting the job done. It's true. Yeah, he had a vision.
getting
He's
the job done.
resourceful. I
He
mean,
is
he
very
could
good
be
at
the
that.
guy who sits there and he's like, we should really plant a garden. And nothing happens.
That's the one I.
No, this Jamie is.
Or I'm like, oh, this is broken. Okay, I'll fix it. Like 3 months later, I'm like, it's broken. Oh yeah, I'll fix it.
Yeah, I had one of those.
Not
Not very handy.
Finally, I'm the one that picks up the phone and I'm like, hey, it's broken. Can you come fix
Yeah.
it?
Hey guys, thanks for listening to part 1 of our interview with the Kayla Giovinazzo. Stay tuned for part 2 coming out next week, where we touch on some other topics and get into all things Real Housewives. See you next week.
So I have a friend.
Is he single? Just kidding.
No, he is actually.
Is he hot?
Yeah.
Is he nice?
He looks like Justin Timberlake.